Okay, welcome back to my War Games hobby channel, and I've got another game of Muskets and Tomahawks. But me and Graham, my buddy, we're trying something different. Now, we do know that Studio Tomahawk are doing a Napoleonic version of the rules, but we've just decided, because Graham spent a long time painting up an army of Spanish, we are trying a Napoleonic game. And what we've done is we've just converted the army lists to something that will actually reflect, hopefully closely, what would happen between a force of Spanish and French in Spain. The two lists are as you can see. They may be wrong. There may be a few errors in there, but it's just a game, just so we can blood his Spanish, and hopefully I'll thrash them to pants. But we'll just have to see. Knowing the way my dice rolls go, probably not. So I've got. It's unusual in that I've only got regular infantry, so I've only got the regular cards, whereas my mate Graham, as you can see, he's got, just have a look at your list, he's got provincials. We're counting Spanish as provincials, not as regulars. He's got militia, and he's got irregulars as well, so he's got a lot more cards than me. So we'll just have to see how that goes. It's just a bit of fun anyway. It doesn't really matter what the result is. We just wanted to see whether it works during a different period. We're very much looking forward to seeing the Napoleonic army lists when they come out, because we've got quite a few guys that have got Napoleonic 28mm, except me. I'm going to have to get my finger out and paint some. But anyway, we'll come back in every so often and let you know how this game's going on. We won't record the whole game, it'll take too long, but I'll just show you highlights of how the game's going. There's the armies ready to go. They're the French guys. They look all rather nice, don't they? And here are the Spaniards. Nice white coated infantry there. Some brown coated infantry here. And other sort of light troops. They're light infantry or irregulars. And these are the guerrillas, which we're counting as militia, are we? Hey?
Irregular conscript.
Right, okay. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So just a bit of fun, and we'll let you know how we get on. Okay, so here we are. We're playing. The scenario we're going to do is the one from the main book. One of the scenarios. There's 3 in the main book, and the one we're doing is morning meeting. So what we're going to do is, you can see we've already deployed, and the objectives of the game, there are 3 objective markers, as you can see in the middle of the table. We've got Mary over here, who is an objective. We don't know why she's an objective, but she is. We've got a wounded British infantry officer in the middle here. We've got to try and either French either capture him or the Spanish rescue him. And we've got a gun here, which supposedly might have some treasure hidden with it. So they're the 3 objectives, and we have to try and control 2 out of those 3 objectives. The way we've deployed is we got some French light infantry and another unit of regulars over this side, and the rest of the French on that side. They're all regulars. I've got 2 officers, so they're all regulars. On the other side of the table, we've got the French regulars coming in over there. We've got some light infantry in the farm, and we've got some militia, but with some guerrilla sort of skirmishers or irregulars in front in the wood. So that's the position, and we're just about to do our dice to see who plays the first move. Right, so we'll come back and let you know what happens after the first move. Right, a quick update of how we're doing in this game. You can see the French infantry have moved forward here and over here. This unit did volley fire on the militia, which caused 1 casualty. The unit had to fall back and is shaken. The guerrillas have moved up into the edge of the wood, and over here the Spanish infantry have moved forward. This unit fired volley fire on the French over here and caused 1 casualty, but the morale was absolutely fine. I think I rolled an 8. And this unit couldn't fire volley fire because in fact he fired that unit from command points, not from the cards. So at the moment, it's very early days. The French are moving up, the Spanish are as well, and the only unit so far that's fallen back is the militia, but they're only shaken, they're not in too bad a condition. So there we go. Back later. Okay, I need to tell you what happened here because it was quite a decisive moment. This unit of Spanish regulars hadn't fired yet, and they did volley fire on the two French units here. And 4 from each unit were within range of the volley fire. So we did a test, and this unit lost 3, believe it or not. He rolled 3 noughts and ones, and this unit lost 2. When we did a morale test, this unit had to fall back shaken, and this unit was fine because it rolled very, very high. So the Spanish have killed 5 men in 1 volley fire, which is quite amazing. Awesome, yes. Awesome. My Spanish colleague says it's awesome. He's a jammy git, basically. Quick update. The French, although they're looking a bit sorry for themselves, having lost quite a few men so far, they did manage to do volley fire over here. And they caused a casualty on each unit, and 1 unit has fallen back. So that's not too bad. Over here, I had to play the forward boys card for my enemy. So over there, they reloaded. These guys haven't done anything. Wait a minute, what's happening? Oh yeah, these guys over here, we've been forgetting about them. They opened fire over here, but missed completely. The militia managed to do a morale test, and they're now okay. They've reloaded. And these guerrillas in the wood here opened fire on my infantry near the second objective, but they missed, fortunately. And the voltigeurs in the wood have captured Mary. They're just saying hello to her and seeing how she is, and we've got one of the objectives. No. So it's sort of finely poised at the moment. The casualties wise, the Spanish are winning. The Spanish have only lost 4, and the French have lost 7. So that's not very good for the French. However, we have captured an objective, and we're near to capturing a second, unless they stop me. So it's looking, yeah, it's pretty evenly matched at the moment. Too soon to say. Right, quick update. The voltigeurs have gone into the wood. They're still in the wood, but they're a little bit further forward. The militia fell back, and they've been shot at again by volley fire from these guys over here. But they only got shaken. They didn't lose a figure. And in the middle, the regular units firefight just continues. The French have lost 6 men totally. The Spanish have only lost 3, but they're a little bit more flaky than the trained French. They count as recruits, so they're not very happy, but they're holding their ground. Okay, right. Just a quick update. Look, these brave Spanish guerrillas are coming out the wood because they're getting fed up with trying to shoot at the light infantry in open order in a wood. They're not getting anywhere with that, so they're going to come out and they're going to attack next move if they're brave enough. The militia are still where they were. They opened fire and didn't do any damage. They did kill one of these guys over here when the guerrillas opened fire. One of the French infantry regulars died, so they've now moved forward into the marsh, and they've gone in extended order. You can see they're still unloaded, but they're getting near this other objective, so the Spanish are getting a bit nervous. Over here, we did volley fire again with this unit here, and reloaded this one. It had opened fire over here, and both Spanish units had to fall. One had to fall back, including the officer, and the other unit fled. So the Spanish, although they've done more damage on the French, they've only lost 4. The French have lost 6 in this firefight. It's the morale, the fact that they're only recruits rather than the French being trained, is causing the problems when they do morale tests. So the Spanish are not coming forward at the moment. They're looking very dodgy. These guys in here are still not doing much at the moment. I'm sure when they open fire they'll cause casualties, but at the moment it's the French that are winning strategically, if not by losses. Losses so far is 5 to the Spanish, and over here you can see it's 9. So the French have lost more men, but their morale, quite rightly so for this period, the French morale is higher, and they are pushing forward despite their losses. So the Spanish are getting worried. I said that this unit in here hadn't done much yet. Blow me, they opened fire on this unit and killed 2 men. Three. So I've got to do a morale test now and see what happens. Do you want to watch this morale test? Just watch it live.
2.
Oh no! What does that mean? It's not good, is it? I do have an officer, so they go up to 3. It's no longer formed up. It's no longer 6 men, so I'm on 3.
3 for trained.
And I've lost 3 for casualties, so I'm on 0. And 0 for trained is flight. So for the first time in the game, the French have got to fall back. They've got to flee. What a nasty thing to do. So they're no longer formed up, so they're going to go back 4 inches with their back to the enemy. Not only are they unloaded, they've now got a flight marker. And that is not good. They were doing so well. Right, so back later. These pesky guerrillas that came out in the wood charged my Voltigeurs. The guerrillas lost 2 men and Voltigeurs only lost 1. Because the Voltigeurs were defending, they have to test first for morale. And blow me, they fell back, which means the guerrillas, who haven't got a very good morale at all, didn't have to test. So, in fact, they did really well there. But they're not going to be there for long because we're going to counter-attack in a minute. The Voltigeurs counter-attacked in the wood and pushed out the dreaded Spanish guerrillas. However, they lost a man doing it, but the guerrillas have fallen back, so we got control of that objective again.
For the time.
In fact, we always did. The officers didn't go back anyway. So, right, so that's where we are. Quick update. The Voltigeurs finally saw off those guerrillas. These guerrillas here opened fire and didn't cause any casualties. The French infantry in the marsh have gained the other objective. These are still fleeing, unfortunately, and the other French have gone into extended order because they feel vulnerable. The Spanish are now moving forward in numbers, but have they got time? I don't know. We're running out of time here. So it's still finely balanced. There's a massive Spanish coming over here as well to try and take the marsh back. So it's, I would say the Spanish have got the advantage now, but the French are still holding 2 of the 3 objectives. And how long have we got to play, Graham?
We got 20 minutes, 15 minutes tops. 10 minutes.
So can I hold on? We don't know. I'll report back later. Good news for the French. They charged the militia. The Spanish militia are always rubbish anyway, in the marsh. And they killed 2. They lost 1 man. No, I saved my man. So he lost 2, and he's routed.
Flight.
No, rout. They are routed. They have left the field.
Oh, they've gone.
They have gone forever.
I rolled a 0.
You rolled a 0. Yeah, not a good thing to do with militia.
I rolled a 0.
When you've lost 2 men as well, and you haven't got an officer nearby, rolling a 0 is not ideal.
Yeah, it was terminal.
So that was pretty conclusive, really.
Quite crazy.
The last thing is that my Voltigeurs charged, and my officer charged the Spanish guerrillas. And although they lost a man and the guerrillas didn't, they obviously have to test first because they're defending, and they rolled a really bad dice. 2. Yeah, 2. Bad luck, Graham. So they had to flee. So I hold Mary in the wood. I hold the captured the wounded British guy there. And although the Spanish are nearly capturing the gun, we've actually run out of time because Graham's got to go and pick his car up. That's a shame, isn't it, Graham? So the French won, not by a large margin, because they've lost more, I think, than the Spanish, although actually the militia, which I think I forgot to mention here, got charged by the Voltigeurs in the marsh because they came in the marsh to try and take the objective.
These aren't Voltigeurs, these are line.
Oh, they're lying there. They charged the militia and killed 2, I think it was, and then they rolled a 0. I think we told you about that earlier, didn't we? So they went off the field. So it was a very interesting game. I think the French do win, but not by a huge amount. It was a very good game. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it, Graham?
Yeah, it's good. Interesting to see the different, because we're using quite poor quality troops with the Spanish against much better quality
Yeah.
with the French, and I think that's the interesting factor which we haven't seen before.
That saved me really, because in fact in here these guys should have gone off. They were fleeing, but I just managed to stop them before they went off the table. So yeah, it was a really good game.
Good game. GG.
GG. Yeah. See you later.